Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this Project Life video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. What's up everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me while I film this process video for week 16 in my Project Life album. Right now I'm just showing you that some of the items I'm going to be using are Studio Calico. I've already pre-selected my cards. They are from my stash, but also from the, I think, January Documenters Kit. I have been on the fence about canceling my subscription and just sticking with what I've got, only because I have a lot of product and not a lot of scrappy projects at this moment and period in my life. Anyhow, let me way that I'm able to kind of narrate what's happening as I'm creating these by referencing my Hobonichi Techo avec, which is my daily journal. It's an A6 size, and I love it as a vehicle for getting creative and capturing my daily, things that I want to record and remember. These alphas are from Studio Calico. They are an older color that I've had in my stash. I tried to stick with mostly Studio Calico items since that's the cards that I'm using. I do think I use a couple of embellishments from Ali Edwards, but other than that, I stick to Studio Calico, and then the stamp set I'm using is actually from Heidi Swap. It's called Fresh Air. I'm not sure if it's still available. I've had it for a couple of years. And then these puffy stickers are from Paper Person Shop, which is no longer a thing. So I just wanted to let you know, though, where I was getting my items from for embellishing. Kept it super, super simple on this card. It looks like it's two separate 3x4 cards, but it is one 4x6 card that just says less is more, because it was the perfect sentiment for the title. It was just not a super, super crazy week, and there was some downtime, quite a bit of reading I was able to get done, and so I liked using that card. And then I just stamped the date and added a puffy sticker for that card. I debated, as you could see there, adding other things, but I ended up not doing that. On Monday, I ended up staying home. I was asked to sub, but I said no because I had a friend who was going through quite a bit, and I wasn't sure when she was going to plan to come over with her baby. So I stayed home and got some journaling and editing and filming done. And then she came over in the afternoon, and we took the baby for a walk, and we spent some time with them, which was lovely. And so these die cuts are also Studio Calico items that I've had in my stash. And Nora was able to put the baby to sleep, so I love that photo of her. I think she looks way too old there, but maybe that's just me. And I just stamped pretty happy and the date, and then underneath it, I've already taped a little note card, ledger style card to the back so I could do journaling. And then there's a photo of Nora playing peekaboo with the baby, who we're covering up his face because they don't want him on social media. And then that card is perfect to allow me to do quite a bit of journaling there. All I did was stamp Fresh Air and then talked about our time together that day. I always like to edit out my journaling because I feel like it takes up time that you guys don't really need to spend watching me do. But in case you're wondering, I am using a Energel Clena gel pen in a 0.5 or 0.5 nib. It's linked in my Amazon storefront in case you're curious, and it works really, really well on the Tomoe River paper for Hobonichi. Right now, I'm just going to spell out B for B, which stands for Bingo for Books, which was this event we had at school. I thought it was Tuesday when I was pre-planning this spread. It actually was on Thursday, but I decided to leave it where it was. In general, I do like to keep my photos on the left side for the beginning of the week and the right side for the end of the week, but I decided just to let it be. I don't love that the Bingo for Books, like the title of that photo, if you will, is kind of camouflaged by the wall and the coloring in the cafeteria there. So I am going to go back later and put those alphas and stickers on top of a ledger sticker, or not a ledger, a label sticker. And then that Love This, I just wrote that it was Bingo for Books and Nora won several, embellished it with a couple puffy stickers, and that's going to be it. And then the photo to the right is just what I've been eating all week. Every week I eat salad for lunch. And this week it was like feta and beets, broccoli, cucumber, carrots, chickpeas, and I think that was it. I try to put as many veggies as I can in my salads because I absolutely love them. People ask me if I get sick of salads, and the answer is no, I don't. And then for this one, all I did was put a little chipboard piece and put the letters yum on top of that square. I thought it came out really cute and I actually really liked it. I thought it was pretty clever to play around with where the letters went on that square. You could still see that it says yum, but it's just not in a left to right orientation. So I think that's kind of cute. And then this picture is a selfie of my one of my students in 3rd through 5th special ed. Those are the 2 classrooms I tend to sub the most in, is the special ed self-contained classroom. So it's either K through 2 or 3 through 5. So that's a selfie we took together. She does not have a privacy release on file, so I was able to share the picture of us together at gym. And usually she screams the whole time, but I realized that if I scratched her back and tickled her, she laughed and enjoyed it. So that's basically what I spent the period of gym doing, except for when one of our students had a complete physical outburst and decided to throw everything, and it was just a crazy mess. But other than that, that part of the morning was pretty great. And then I have this card that I'm just going to decorate very, very simply. I decided I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, and I ended up pulling in the Savor transparent word phrases from Ali Edwards because the blue was perfect. I did want to add a 3rd one. In the end, I only really have room for 2 of them, but I love the way they look. And so I just stapled it with my tiny attacher, and it says moments to savor because I feel like that's all of true for all of the photos on this side of the spread and on the right. But I really just wanted to bring in that blue and emphasize, just really kind of keep it simple. I love the gingham pattern behind the word there, so I just left it with the word phrase and then 3 puffy stickers, and that's it. So you can see off camera I did add the label sticker underneath the B for B, and then on this card I'm just going to journal about all the things that happened on Tuesday and wrote take a breath because it was a very, very emotionally difficult day for me, between having EMDR therapy and then having Nora have an hour meltdown over something, and her saying some really hurtful things to me, and yeah, it was a really rough day, so I wanted to journal about that. I think it's important to include the highs and lows if you're willing to. So I like to keep it real, but these are close-ups of all of what I completed just now in real time. The video is sped up to 4 times the original speed, just in case you're wondering. So we're moving over to the right side of the page where Nora ended up on Friday having a sleepover, and this picture is her and her friend Fiona performing, I think it might be Lover, but they've been listening, and Nora's been listening to the Eras Tour on repeat, so she's loved reenacting and dancing and performing around the house since she was very little, and so she's obsessed with Taylor Swift and has been constantly listening to her music. So the 2 of them decided to pull out as many clothes as they could and make their own version of the Eras Tour and perform like a song or 2 from each era and try to find outfits that go with those eras. So it was really cute, but they made quite a mess. It was crazy. I decided to take it as an opportunity to teach Nora how to hang her clothes because I hadn't really worked on that with her yet. And yeah, that's something that we are working on as we add more chores to her docket of things to do and earn her keep. And by earn her keep, I mean get her allowance. So anyways, I just use those words again and another label sticker to spell out slay because that's constantly what she's saying all the time, and now has my husband and I saying it. So we say it when it absolutely makes no sense. So she'll be like, oh yeah, I had a math test today. My husband will be like, slay. It's just, it makes no sense, but that's all we're saying. So I wanted to put that as sort of the little title for that photo. And then I just journaled that really simply, it was like a list: boba, trampoline, Taylor Swift, and dinner. And then I stamped never boring underneath that. And then this picture is them Saturday after hanging out for a bit and practicing their actual performance that Matt and I watched for their version of the Eras Tour. And on the top of that little note card, I just wrote performing Enchanted and then stamped the date. I also took this photo to the right of my brunch sandwich and french fries that I took my friend Grace to after church. They were home because it was their birthday Saturday. So Sunday after church, I took them out to eat before they left to go back to college. So I made like this crazy little cluster on the bottom right of it. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. I decided just to leave it. And so I used this ticket rather, and I used that to journal on. So I wrote BLT breakfast, Tipsy Moose, Sunday brunch with Grace, and then I spelled out brunch with the alphas, added a puffy sticker and a chipboard phrase that says you should go for it, because I definitely housed that sandwich. I love breakfast. It's probably my favorite meal of the day, and I never eat it. So if I do brunch, I go hard. So then I have this photo of Nora and Abby, who actually is Grace's youngest sibling. Abby's been in quite a few photos and stories since, if you've been following me for a while. It's one of Nora's best friends, and she came over after church as well on Sunday. So when I got home from brunch, they were playing, and this photo I captured of them dancing. They're playing Just Dance on Nintendo Switch, and it was a really, really funny video, and they were cracking up. I did share it on my Instagram stories. I apologize for being a little bit out of frame here. I am going to staple the currently word phrase, but then at the end, I don't like how on the left side of the week and the right side of the week, both of the word phrase pieces from Allie Edwards are right next to each other. They're in the same row. So I ended up moving the currently word phrase to the top 4x6 note card that's blank at the moment that says at home. It does cover up a little bit of the journaling, but I much prefer it in that spot than on the bottom here where I originally put it. This heart pocket is leftover from the Savor Story kit, and it works perfectly for this spread, and it was the last one of 3 that I had, so I used it here, or maybe 4. And then this to-do card is also from Studio Calico, and it was all the things I did on Saturday, which was a lot. I literally worked from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Cleaning my house and decluttering my kitchen. It took me all day, but it worked out because Nora had Fiona over, so they played all day. And then this card I just used as a place to put things that were happening this week. So it did say around the house or around here underneath, but in red. I wanted to cover it up, so I used green, and then my Zig Clean color dot marker to make all of the little bullet points. Then just kept it simple with the Let's Just Relax die cut, a couple of puffy hearts, and then I will staple the currently word phrase from Allie Edwards at the bottom. So it just says things like taxes were finished, I decluttered Nora's closet, I set up shoe organizers, the Red Wings were knocked out of the tournament, I took a long shower and gave myself a manicure, there was a girlhood party at the middle school, Matt mowed the lawn for the first time this year, things like that didn't necessarily get captured in photos or journaling up till this point. The very last thing after before I move the currently word is I just stamped sunshine on the outside of this, or the border of this card, just for decoration, and I really like the way that looks. The last thing I'm going to do is just embellish this card very simply that says, oh yeah, by putting a puffy heart and then taking the chipboard frame and floral and putting that at the bottom just to add a little bit of something. I'm going to do the close-ups in real time, and then off camera I will switch the word phrase that says currently to the top 4x6 card, which you'll see in the close-ups at the end. But here we go. This is what the right side of the spread looks like for week 16. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I shared. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do me a favor and like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, friends, and remember that you are enough. And now you can see that I switched the currently word, and there it is. All right, friends, see you next time. Bye.